Welcome back, warrior. We're reading the Book of Mormon, another testament of Jesus Christ, 2 Nephi chapter 15. Okay, we're going to be highlighting these mentions. Here we go. Let's zoom in. Let's see here. Whoop. Okay. The Lord's vineyard, Israel, will become desolate, and his people will be scattered. Woes will come upon them in their apostate and scattered state. The Lord will lift an ensign and gather Israel. Compare Isaiah 5, about 559 to 545 BC. And then will I sing to my well-beloved a song of my beloved, touching his vineyard. My well-beloved hath a vineyard in a very fruitful hill. And he fenced it and gathered out the stones thereof, and planted it with the choicest vine, and built a tower in the midst of it, and also made a winepress therein. And he looked that it should bring forth grapes, and it brought forth wild grapes. And now, O inhabitants of Jerusalem, men of Judah, judge, I pray you, betwixt me and my vineyard. What could I have done more to my vineyard that I have not done in it? Wherefore, when I looked that it should bring forth grapes, it brought forth wild grapes. And now go to, I will tell you what I will do to my vineyard. I will take away the hedge thereof, and it shall be eaten up, and I will break down the wall thereof, and it shall be trodden down. And I will lay it waste, it shall not be pruned nor digged, but there shall come up briars and thorns, and I will also command the clouds that they rain no rain upon it. For the vineyard of the Lord of hosts, is the house of Israel, and the men of Judah his pleasant plant. And he looked for judgment, and behold oppression, for righteousness, but behold a cry. Okay, so that could be a tactic. Yeah. Sometimes I'm like, is that the right word? Okay, oppression and cry. Woe unto them that join house to house, till there can be no place, that they may be placed alone in the midst of the earth. In mine ears, said the Lord of hosts, of a truth, many houses shall be desolate, and great and fair cities without inhabitant. Yea, 10 acres of vineyard shall yield one bath, and the seed of a homer shall yield an ephah. Woe unto them that rise up early in the morning, that they may follow strong drink, that continue until night, and wine inflame them. And the harp and the viol, and the tabret, and pipe, and wine are in their feasts, but they regard not the work of the Lord, neither consider the operation of his hands. Okay, so, right here, follow strong drink, and okay, so now we're going to reverse highlight. Whoops, gets slippery down there. Now they both have to be there. Okay. Okay, therefore my people are gone into captivity, because they have no knowledge, and their honorable men are famished, and their multitude dried up with thirst. Therefore hell hath enlarged herself, and open her mouth without measure, and their glory and their multitude and their pomp, and he that rejoiceth shall descend into it. Okay, so we have hell right there. And the mean man shall be brought down, and the mighty man shall be humbled, and the eyes of the lofty shall be humbled. But the Lord of hosts shall be exalted in judgment, and God that is holy shall be sanctified in righteousness. Then shall the lambs feed after their manner, and the waste places of the fat ones shall strangers eat. Woe unto them that draw iniquity with cords of vanity, and sin as it were with a cart rope, that say, let him make speed, hasten his work, that we may see it, and let the counsel of the Holy One of Israel draw nigh and come, that we may know it. Woe unto them that call evil good, and good evil, and put darkness for light, and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet, and sweet for bitter. Woe unto the wise in their own eyes, and prudent in their own sight. Woe unto the mighty to drink wine, and men of strength to mingle strong drink. Okay, so there's call evil good, and good evil. Whoa, sorry. Okay. Okay, so we're talking about how the world tries to get us to think things that are good are not good, and the things that are bad are good. So we need to make sure that we can discern, and that we're the ones who are making our good choices. Okay. Who justify the wicked for reward, and take away the righteousness of the righteous from him. Therefore, as the fire devoureth the stubble, and the flame consumeth the chaff, their root shall be rottedness, and their blossoms shall go up as dust, because they have cast away the law of the Lord of hosts, and despised the word of the Holy One of Israel. Therefore is the anger of the Lord kindled against his people, and he hath stretched forth his hand against them, and hath smitten them, and the hills did tremble, and their carcasses were torn in the midst of the streets. For all this his anger is not turned away, but his hand is stretched out still. And he will lift up an ensign to the nations from far, and will hiss unto them from the end of the earth, and behold, they shall come with speed swiftly. None shall be weary, nor stumble among them. None shall slumber nor sleep, neither shall the girdle of their loins be loosed, nor the latchet of their shoes be broken. Whose arrows shall be sharp, and all their bows bent, and their horses' hoofs shall be counted like flint, and their wheels like a whirlwind. Their roaring like a lion, and they shall roar like young lions. Yea, they shall roar and lay hold of the prey, and shall carry away safe, and none shall deliver. And in that day they shall roar against them like the roaring of the sea. And if they look unto the land, behold darkness and sorrow, and the light is darkened in the heavens thereof. Okay. So they're talking about the exchange of what is going to now happen. and the things that we've done to ignore the Lord, or to ignore the things that we know that we need to do, or that we could do to stay close to the Lord, and we ignore that. And so, because why? Because we get distracted by the world. We get distracted by Satan's craftiness. And so they're trying to tell us this is all the things that are going to happen because of that. And so I love that right here he says, for all this, so like everything that we do, his anger is not turned away. And that just means that the Lord doesn't turn his back on us, even if we're making wrong choices. And we'll receive consequences for our actions, but his hand is stretched out still. He still wants us to come back. No matter all the things that we do, the Lord still wants us to come back. And his arm is always going to be stretched out for us. Okay, that is all for that. And then we're going to write our Read It, Live It's. Let's see, page 85 says, Nephi quotes Isaiah, but his hand is stretched out still. See, yes, it's a good one. Quotes Isaiah. But his hand is stretched out still. Love it. Okay. All right, until second Nephi chapter 16, stay strong, warrior.